Welcome everyone. Today we have a special ritual farming guide for Path of Exile 0.3. So looking behind me, we're looking at a very juiced up map with over 311 pack size. And let me briefly go through this bigger map of its highlights. I'll show you guys how much tribute my friend Royal was able to earn in just one map, and what are the methods of farming this particular ritual with a hyper juiced, towers, waystones, and also special atlas points, and together what are the tags in different items, and also how to reroll for 0 cost, and how to make a lot of omens, prophets, and also divines. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. You can see that my friend Roy is using his Blood Mage build, which is incredible. If you haven't seen it, we do have a video guide on this. The biggest highlight is here. So this is after the final ritual of the 4 ritual. He has earned 17,000 tribute in just one map. Could you imagine that, earning 17,000 tribute in one map? This is the highest he's ever achieved as well. And all the other streamers and his friends are very excited to learn about this method. So very happy to be able to share this with you guys. And there's a lot of hidden tech that allows him to buy item pretty much outright from the shops just like that. And he has been using special defer tactics and also ways to lower the cost of his items. And notice that he could just pretty much buy up the whole shop. And his reroll cost for the tribute, he can reroll up to 6 or 8 times for free. And yes, it's an incredible farming technique that combines rerolling, deferring costs, massive earning of tribute that allows him to pretty much get all the good items from the shops. And you can see this particular run, he had 8 free rerolls for this particular tribute, and this means he can roll into some really good items. Now, what you can see is I have prepared a lot of footages, and I make sure you use a timestamp, of course. I have also spent the time to write up this written guide, because both me and Royal feel like this is one of the best methods into farming in the current season, and all the veteran players are looking into this method. We really want to explain to you guys step by step how to do this. And of course, if you like the guide, make sure you like over here, and also stay tuned for the similar guides to come with Path of Exile 2. I have written the guide in such a format that should be easily, player friendly. So I want to do things step by step. And in this video, we'll be covering how to allocate your ritual and also atlas points, and slightly or briefly the reasons behind it. How to craft and also create a ritual pack size crafting keystone using the chaos plus omen crafting method, and also using the current version's desecrated mode. I'll be briefly going through the desecrated mode with you guys, which of those that gives you pack size and how you can kind of take advantage of that. And as to follow, how are you crafting and also finding your tower tablets, how are you overlaying them, how are you placing them is very crucial. And then what you do once you prepared your ritual. So you can see in the later part of the video, where I'll show you guys a lot. You can see how the maps are arranged, you can see how the towers are arranged, how they're overlaid, and what is the focus. And of course, once you get to your ritual map, what to do while you're in the ritual map. When should you be deferring? When should you be purchasing the item from the ritual? And how can you manage to have a 0 cost reroll that lasts for 6 rerolls in a map, or even 8 rerolls? What are the tactics of deferring and also lowering the cost? Finally, I have prepared some additional notes and also additional tips, and also related to bugs to rituals, so you can avoid or take advantage of. I'll give you guys an example. So there's quite a bit of notes, so make sure you guys use the timestamps below. I'm taking quite a bit of time in trying to give you guys as details as I can. Now, one of the bigger highlights is, just skipping forward a little bit, we'll talk about this at the end of the part. One of the bigger highlights is there's a lot of good items you can find in the ritual shop, including Headhunters, Omen of Dectral, Astromentors, Audience with a King, Omen of Withering, and even Mirror of Calendar. Now, a lot of players have found Mirror of Calendar, and they do not have the actual defer amount to defer this item, and that is tragic. So I did a bit of research, and I want to give you guys a bit of heads up of how much those items might cost if they appear in your shop. So this gives you a mental preparation that if you see a headhunter, you won't be like the friend on Reddit over here who sees the headhunter who doesn't have the deferred cost. Using our method, you're looking at least 8 to 10,000 tribute per run, and this pretty much means you can prepare to buy any item that appears in the ritual shop. So that said, let's jump into the video and let's start from the beginning. Again, Expect the video to be a little longer, guys, so we want to make this one as detailed as I can, but you can use the timestamps to go to the parts that you're most interested in. And of course, it is best used with this written guide. So if you like to read, use the links below to come over to the written guide, but the written guide is best used combined with this video guide. So what I do is prepare myself some water, getting ready for a big video. So coming over to the first part. Before anything, I want to say a big thank you and also again a shout out to Royal NZ, my friend who has been demonstrating this particular build, teaching me while he was farming his maps and explaining all the concept with crafting, with modding, and also juicing up the maps in this league. So big thank you to Roy over here. So now, firstly, you do want to know, farming a juiced up map means that you don't want to die, so you need a strong build. Not trying to promote our build, but I think my friend Roy have a very powerful Blood Mage build. As you're gonna see in the videos later, the Blood Mage is incredibly strong. He has close to 10,000 life. He took down the life a little bit, but way more survivability, tons of map clear, and he's pretty much immortal that clears the whole map. And I'm sure a lot of you will be like, what is this method? So if you click on this link, this will show you the build itself, and we do have the builder's guide of this Blood Mage that is very powerful, with even adjustment to the unique items, making pretty much unkillable in pretty much all the maps. So definitely make sure if you're planning to juice up your maps, have a build that is kind of broken or strong enough that you won't die. Because if you die in those maps, you pretty much have no revives. So coming over to the first part, I have edited the Atlas points of my friend Royal's Blood Mage on his builder's guide. Within that builder's guide, you can see the choices of his Atlas points that is allocated for this particular ritual farming. So coming over to the ritual farming, the points are allocated as the way you can see them over here. Let's briefly go through those. You'll want to have all the altars in your maps. So pretty much this gives you 4 altars, and this will provide you with the reduced cost of the tribute. And over here, what you can see is you have the allocation to allow you to reroll additional times with your favorites. And finally, over here, you have increased chance of omens. It is possible to come over here, but the other points are just so valuable that you kind of want all of them. And this is the choice my friend Royal had in farming his omens. In terms of the Atlas point, we'll focus on pack size as much as we can. Coming over to the unstable energy gives you additional chance of hitting the right suffix or prefix that gives you even higher pack size, which is one of the reasons we can multiply and amplify up to 311 pack size in this particular map, which will explain to you guys how and also teach you how. So you can see there's a lot of nodes that gives you additional effects from the Prosecure tablets. The tablets themselves have some really good bonus. Together, one thing I do want to mention over here, together with a 25% reduced of the rerolling favor and also amplify the tablet's effect by multiple times, once you hit the 60% breakpoint to reduce trivial reroll, you can have then 0 reroll cost. So this is one of the small tricks that allows us, see this particular map that was not overlaid fully has 200 reroll cost, right? So if I come over to this one, if I can show you guys over here, it's actually a few maps on the chart. This one, pretty map, we were able to hit the breakpoint of 60% reduction to reroll cost, that now all the rerolls cost 0. So you can just reroll like 8 times. We'll teach you how to do the 8 times reroll. So having the tablets over here is great, and also you're finding all the pack size, additional rare monsters, magic monsters, etc. So this is easy to follow. And now, coming over to the second part. The second part is the question of how do you craft your keystones, and there are 2 particular methods of crafting at the moment, and let me try to explain to you guys both of them. Some of them is even more interesting with the desecrated mods. And oh yes guys, if you want to see the written guide, if you click here on the written guide, it will take you over to the Blood Mage build, and within the Blood Mage build there is my friend's current Blood Mage setup, and also there is the there's Atlas point I just mentioned about. If you come over here and you can see the Atlas points, so this way you don't have to go anywhere. All the links is provided in this video. So In terms of the ritual Keystone pack size crafting, my friend has mentioned that he has noticed that pack size is the one that provides us with the most tribute. Similarly, over here you can see that his tribute over here, he managed to hit over 17,000 tribute, as you can see on the mouse over here. It is a massive accumulation of tribute, and one reason is having over 300% pack size. So, in order to start pack size on your Keystones, what is recommended is a very simple crafting method with chaos orbs and also omen of chaotic quality. Let me show you guys live in this demonstration, which again, very thankful for Royal for teaching me and sharing with everyone his secret method. He mentioned the price of those items are going to go up for sure once people learn this method. So, two things. You do want to anoint your maps, and one of the best way to get pack size is anointing your maps with diluted liquid guild. And just to show you guys over here, 3 liquid guild onto the map, and this will give you pack size. You can see this provides you with 27% delirium, but also 24% pack size. That's a free pack size as long as you have those oils. So all the maps should be anointed for the maximum effect. Now during this time, we do have this particular item. Let me see if I can show you guys this item in the game. So this is called the Omen of Chaotic Quality. So what this open does is it will replace your existing effects or modifiers on the Keystone with the Keystone or with the modifier that provides you with pack size. So once you have a Keystone that is full of modifiers, you can then use this omen in combination with your Chaos Orb to provide yourself with a lot of rerolls or adjustments to your Keystone into pack size. So the first thing with all the maps, we want to anoint them. Or you can do this later. Like this is the method that we always do. We anoint our maps for additional pack size, and then notice the omen is activated. And now let's have a look. We're going to apply 1 Chaos Orb to this, and this is the reason the Chaos Orb price is going up, because people use Chaos Orb this way a lot. So before applying the omen and also Chaos Orb, you can see the pack size over here is 34%. That's after anointment. So after applying this particular omen, and yes, those omens are very, very good. So you're gonna apply the omen. Wait for my friend, because you can see in the replay, my friend's taking a little long time to explain to me. So after applying the omen, it is now having monster pack size to 77%. So those are all replaced with a pack size modifier. And this takes us back to the first method. This first method is that we will find waystones with a 6 mod map, and pretty much you can exalt a rare map, tier 15 map to 6 mod, and then you activate your omens, and then you apply Chaos Orb. That'll be quite simple, right? And of course, remember to apply the anointment for the diluted guild for even higher pack size. And again, I do want to warn you guys, those maps were pretty difficult and usually have 0 revives, so make sure your build is built for survivability and also tankiness in case something crazy happens. There's a lot of crazy modifiers. So, with the current season, there's also another method called the desecration crafting of the waystones. So I will show you guys what not to do. My friend Royal was able to show me. So the wrong order is to put a desecrated mod onto the waystone and then apply chaotic omen, and that means that replaces your desecrated mod. Looking over here, so you can see this one, the previous Keystone had a desecrate crafting, because if you did the desecration first and then you did the chaotic omens, and that's something you want to avoid. So I'll show you guys how to do properly. So notice that this took away the desecration. So Royal showed me this just for science to show you guys what not to do. So to show you guys what to do over here. Firstly, we have a map that is selected with only 5 mod. You can select a map with 5 mod or 6 mod. Having 5 mod just makes it a little easier because you don't have to go with all 6 modifiers. You're leaving 1 modifier open for the desecration mod to come in to find even more pack size. So a 5 mod map is used the previous method, so activating the chaotic omens and then using the Chaos Orb, and this applies the first set of crafting. You can see over here. So pack size goes all the way, monster pack size to 54%. Now this 5 modded waystone can now be additionally crafted with the preserved vertebrae. Preserve Vertebrae allows you to desecrate a rare keystone, and because we purposely left a desecrate mod effects slot open, we can easily not replace the existing modifiers or effects and just adding a desecrated modifier. And then I'll show you guys over here. And then what we did was, of course, coming over to the well and then picking the right modifier, the desecrated modifier that gives you even higher pack size. Now, over here, my friend Royal picked the area spawns 58% increased monsters with the effects over here. And this provides him about 12% higher pack size. So the question is, how do you know which of the desecrated map modifiers provide which pack size? Well, it just happens to have the link for you guys. So here we have the wiki link. Again, thank you to Royal for sharing this one. If you click onto this particular link, it will take you to the wiki that I showed you guys over here. And now, if you press Ctrl F and then search for pack size, you can see out of the 19 waystone modifiers, there is a lot of them that provide you with pack size, even though you might not see it over here. So here it doesn't show it gives you pack size, but it actually does. So the one in the video demonstration over here that give us pack size, I believe is this one. The Apis monsters in area spawns increased monsters. And if you just compare over here, it is pretty much this one. So this one rolls into 58%. And you can see on the wiki, it shows you it rolls from 50 to 100%. What you're really focusing is how much pack size you get. So you can get 16 pack size from this mod, 12, 10%, 12%, 12%. This is a pretty big one, 18%. And here, this is the biggest, 22% with monsters inflict 1 grasping vein on hit. And here's another 18%, and that's a big 22%. So while doing the desecration crafting of your keystones, you can hit some pretty massive pack size. And in this example, we only got a 12% pack size. We could have went further. Of course, to go further, it might be a little more costly because you're using Omens of Echo, which we didn't use for this demonstration. But 3 out of 1, there's a really high chance for you to hit pack size. It's pretty much almost half the chance of getting pack size coming from the desecrated mods over here. Now, as we keep going, so now that you learn how to add additional pack size, you can also, before you select them, of course, you check over here to see which one gives the highest pack size. So to follow from there, this is how you get as much pack size on the map as you can. And just to show you guys over here, we skipped a little forward. Okay, let's come over to the next part. So now we're going to look into tablets. Now, the reason we prepare everything is so that once you go into the map, everything's set up perfectly for you to earn the best tribute and also the best divines. Now, Ritual Tower tablet crafting is quite essential because if I forward a little bit, you can see that in my friend's map, there's a lot of towers. There's some really juicy towers with 3 towers overlapping in those centered area, which is a crazy good roll, right, on the atlas. So how and also where exactly, how do you socket your tablets? Now, firstly, assuming you have 3 tablet sockets in each of the towers, always make sure you clear the towers to give yourself 3 tower tablet sockets. And as we come back over here, so Ritual Tower crafting. Now, it is recommended to have at least 2 towers in range. If you only have 1 tower in range, you're probably not choosing for the most efficiency. At least 2 towers in range is a good start, but here the method we're teaching is to have 3 towers within similar range. It doesn't have to be exactly like what you see over here, those 3 towers. Sometimes it can be 2 here, and then 1 on the outside that overlays into one that is shown with my mouse over here. It's kind of like 2 here and then 1 there, and you hit the one in the middle. So that can still work. So what are you looking for in your tower tablets is here. We're naming the towers into 2 categories. The center tower is the tower in the middle of all the other towers. So this one is the center tower. The 2 other towers are the one that kind of doubles up with the effect. And you actually pick the tablets differently depending on the towers. The tower in the middle or the tower in the center of everything should be using the Freedom Faith unique tablet. Now, I will show you guys over here what does this mean. I should have the links available for you guys as well. This is actually a very cheap tablet that is a unique ritual tablet. What this allows you to do is, this allows you to reroll favors at ritual altars in your maps twice as many times. Now, It's surprisingly good. So you start with 1 reroll, and then you come over here. This gives you another reroll. So now you have, you get the 1 reroll here, right? So this gives you a second reroll. So now you have 2 rerolls. And if you do multiplier, so this is actually a multiplier. So with the 2 rerolls you have, with this particular unique item, now you have 4 rerolls. And there's also other tablets that provide you with even more rerolls. So let me try to show you guys over here. Did I close this one? Yes. There's also blue tablets that also provide you with 1 additional time. So if you stack the 1 additional time and then multiply with this unique tablet, so you can have 3 times 2 into 6 free rerolls, or 4 times 2 into 8 free rerolls. Now we talk about how to get free rerolls, but firstly, you get as much rerolls as you can, which allows you to defer your items and also allows you to roll into some very good items. Like here, there's a player rolled into a Mirror of Calendra, there's players rolling into Headhunters, there's players rolling into all great items, which I'll show you guys in the later parts. So firstly, unique tablets. This one will be available. The link is in the video and also should be in the guide for you guys to pretty much click on this link and also buy this item. Now, what is important is that this particular unique item comes with a downside. Not only you want to have kind of higher maps in range with ritual altars, but you also want to as minimal increased cost as you can. You don't want to increase cost. So once you use the search, you click on this to search for the lowest. You don't want 15%. You actually want 10% increased tribute cost. So it rolls from 10 to 15. You want to search for the lowest. And even the lowest, notice right now people onto this is selling for about 3 chaos. Not the most expensive, but this is a centerpiece of the tablets. Now, yes, the links will be available so you guys can click on it and start using it. Second to that, so this is 1 space, right? We have 3 space in the center tower for tablets. Second to that, we're going to use a reduced rerolling cost blue Prosecure ritual tablet. So, show you guys over here. We have this particular tablet, and this particular tablet, we're looking for the reroll cost to be reduced by 15%. It goes from minus 15 to 10%. So this is actually a very interesting thing that Royal shared with me. I was like, wow, this is next level. So most people don't even know about this. How do you search for this item? So here, this is what you search. You can copy this image. I'll show you guys over here. I'm going to open the in-game shop and I'm going to type this in. So this comes, right? So now look at this FS. It says your map costs increased tribute. You don't want to increase tribute. So what he told me is you put a minus 15 over here as your maximum. And then you search and it shows up the perfect minus 15 cost. So now it says reduce cost. But if you don't put this, what you're going to see is you still get reduced cost and things like that, but it's hard to filter, right? So equal minus 15 here. So instead of saying increasing cost, it's a minus 15 row. So if we don't have this, it can go anywhere from 10% to 15%. But here, this gives you the best way to minus 15. So once you have searched for this as minus 15 and the filter link will be available. So if you click over here, this filter is already input for you. You do want to get 15 for the breakpoint. So I put minus 15 for you guys. And once you search for this, you can see that there is like 2,000 results. And those are quite cheap in comparison for now because people are not realizing this is actually a very big factor that can give you even better tribute. And there's also experience guide and rare item found. The second FX also matters. So the first link is just a basic minus 15. But if you want to take a little further, if you do have the spare currency, which can be slightly costly, I'm recommending getting pack size as a secondary FX. So what do I mean by that? So here we have a minus 15 and also pack size. Pack size roll from 3 to 7%. And notice the price pretty much scales up from 2 to 3 chaos into 2 annulment. So not cheap, but maybe worth it if you plan to juice up your map super heavily. And you can see there's only 100 of those that's available, ranging from 5 to 7%. And the 7% are 2 annulments each. But it is very powerful when you stack everything correctly, like you see in the video. So it is optional for you guys to just get the 15% or get the one with the pack size that is a little more costly. Finally, the third tower tablet placement for the center tower, yes, we're still onto the center tower, is getting more omen chances with the blue prosecute tablets. Again, the link is available. Simply click on it. This will give you the chances of having increasing chance of omens. It goes up to 25%. So make sure you put yourself over here if you want the maximum 25%, and this shows about 1,500 result. So this is the first start because you do want to get a lot of omen percentage, and omens of light sells for 3 divines. There's tons of omens that sells for crazy amount of profits, and you're gonna see a lot of those. Now, again, you can have another FX added for pack size. So now you have both the chances of omens and also pack size. And depending on your budget, if you do the 25 over here, which I'll let you guys do your own filters, not 25% pack size, 25% omen chance. And then if you select on the pack size, you can see the price goes to 1 divine, which is a little ridiculous. But if you don't search for the maximum pack size, it's about 1 annulment. Again, prices a little pricey because this is the endgame juicing method, and players want to get the best buck for the best FX and also pack size. So I have both links, the cheaper ones and also the more expensive ones. So this is where you put into your center tower. So where's the center tower? It's a tower in the middle of everything. And other towers are going to overlay that to give you the best experience. And as we keep going, it gets easier, trust me. 2 of the side towers uses the similar combos. The side towers are the towers kind of on the left, on the right, at the bottom. The towers that kind of overlay with influence, we call those the side towers. So for the side towers, you're still using 1 reduced rerolling cost and also 1 omen chances. So you're using the 2 blue omens you see over here, and they're pretty much the same. So one key thing to take away is because you have 15 minus of the reroll cost on each of those tablets, you can easily go up to 45% minus omen cost of rerolling. And together with this 25%, your goal is to hit the 60% breakpoint. And once you have hit 60% breakpoint with all the tablet amplifications over here, this is how you can then have 0 reroll cost. So I'll show you guys 2 demonstrations. One demonstration in the correctly juiced up map, you have 0 reroll cost. But there's also a demonstration over here that in the first map we had, he did have a reroll cost because this was not overlaid correctly. Let me try to show you guys over here. He's like buying all the items over here. So here is the different. Can I show you guys the reroll here? So you see this one, because he didn't hit the breakpoint, it still costs about 210 to reroll, and he has 6 rerolls. The other one he had 8 rerolls, and because of the right tablets. So it gets pretty bonkers because you hit the breakpoint, it's free to reroll, and reroll means you can defer items, reduce the cost, and then you free reroll to 6 or 8 times to search for some really rare items. Like, I don't think mirror is coming easily, but some really rare uber uniques like headhunters might appear more often if you reroll 6 times for free, right? Now, finally, so the 2 side towers, we talk about this. There's one more side tower we haven't talked about. So this is a rerolling favor additional time prosecutes tablet. So the only difference with the center tower and also the side towers is that the center tower uses a unique tablet that is over here. The links is available for you guys. And the side tower will use, this one gives a ×2 multiplier. The side tower will use a +1 to reroll. So this is an additional time, and then this gets multiplied. So this means he at least gets 3 times to 6 rerolls or 4 times to 8 rerolls. Again, there are 2 links ready for you guys. So one of the links will have the additional reroll time. The second link is more pricey because it comes with pack size. So if you guys are just wanting to get started, using the first link means it is a cheaper tablet. Well, not by far. So it is 1 annulment, sometimes 2 annulment, because people are onto this method, and this is actually pretty profitable. The second one will cost you about 2 annulment for this particular tablet. So this is the 3 tablets you put into the side towers, and you'll be trying to have. Let's go over here. Come over to the towers to show you guys. Okay, you'll be trying to have at least 3 towers overlaying. So the center tower, 2 side towers, you know what tablets to put in. And that is quite important. So once you have done all the prep work, it's time to briefly talk about the tower placement. So in terms of tower placement, what are the ways of getting to your towers and what are the ways of finding your towers, deciding how you want to juice up your maps, is having multiple towers to overlay. Now, my friend Royal did also mention that sometimes you don't get this perfect 3-in-1 category. Sometimes they're spaced out. So you can see that if it is spaced out, I'll go back a little bit. Back a little bit more. Maybe here. Okay. So sometimes you have like 2 towers or 1 tower, but here he had 3 towers. Let's say if you only have 1 tower, you do this as the center tower. The towers on the outer radius of your current tower may be the side tower. Let me try to show you guys over here. Oh, I guess Royal's gonna show you guys over here. So you gotta explore around the atlas to see what are the towers that can reach out in the outer radius of your current influence. You can see there's 1 tower here, and he can see there's a little icon to show there's a tower cloud over there. And he's trying to lap those in the future juicing for the maps, and he's going to look around in the radius to see if there's multiple towers that are overlay, like 1 here, and then you try to find a 3rd one on the outer skirt of the radius. So that is quite important. So this is the outer skirt, right, in that sense for those 2. So here for the 3 triplets over here, this tower is actually the outer tower. So those 3 towers can be overlaid with this one for 4 tower influence. And this is something you want to be aware of. You can use the center towers and then hyper juice the ones outside of those. So let's say if you don't have 3 of those, you just have 1. You use that as a center tower. And then you look around to see there's 1 tower over here and 1 tower over there. It's a little harder to see. So, okay, there's 1 tower over there, but you kind of get the gist of idea. I probably should have used the better footage, but so the goal is for you to overlay effectively with the inner circle that buff up the outer radius that gives you greater coverage. So this way, your 3 towers becomes 3 plus 1. Sometimes you got 4 towers to overlay. And even though as I use the video explanation, it might not be the easiest explanation, but the idea is the towers in the center can also overlay with the tower outside. So you can use the tower outside to use that as another outside tower for the exact combination of the side tower to get 4 towers this way. And this becomes even stronger because of the juicing. Hopefully that's easy to understand. But as you guys play more atlas, I'm sure you know what I mean. Now comes the cool part. We're actually going to go into the maps. After a half-hour long video, we are going to go into the maps. So I'm going to come over to this replay. This is a full replay run of my friend clearing out this tier 16 map. Right away, you can see the pack size is increased all the way to 310%. So his maps, let me see if I can show you guys the map that he selected, which will be a little better. Can we? Have we? Maybe we can see here. Oh, yes, we can see here. So this is the map he picked. The map itself is overlaid with multiple towers. Look at all the buff on this map because of the tower we mentioned, the method. That gave us 62% pack size just from the towers and also the influence. And to go from that, this particular Keystone have another 90%. So this add up to about over 150% pack size before he even had the multiplication of his atlas points and also the passives. So starting just getting into the map, he's already sitting on 150% pack size. And then once he gets in, let's show you guys over here, it hits 310%. So how did that also happen? Is likely we're expecting he also hit the jackpot over here with the 25% more of the stats over here, together with the amplification of the towers, tablets, that is also very powerful. So that is how he was able to get 311% pack size. You're not expected to always get over 300, over 200 is already great. So just to show you guys what is possible when you juice up correctly following the previous methods. Now, clearing the map is quite straightforward, especially when you're unkillable Blood Mage, having close to 10,000 life, and also having 40,000 regen, 7 million DPS, scream wipe map clear. He can tank anything. Let me see if I can show you guys the actual gameplay. So he literally tanked the Black Tornado. This is an amazing build. If you haven't seen this build, or if you want to check it out, I'll actually have this full clear available for you guys. Now you might notice that he's clearing a little slower because we're actually having a casual chat while he was clearing, and he was showing me things and taking his time to explain. So normally he would clear this map much faster and also do the process of purchase items much faster, but he's taking the time to explain to me so we can share with the community. So this is this is a bunkers build. This is one of the best build I've seen for Path of Exile 2 because it's got survivability. Look at his health. It's over 10,000 now that he's got increasing health. His life regen is over 40,000 life per second. Hits everything, and anything that appears dies, and with headhunters he even steals their affixes and modifiers. So finally, you clear all 4 altars and you should expect yourself to see about 8,000 to 10,000 tribute, and this is quite standard. I'll show you guys one of the previous clears. So in this previous clear, actually this one, oh, we'll find it. where are we? Okay, this is one of the previous clears, I believe. Can we see it? Okay. Previous clear? Yes. So just to show you guys one of the previous clear, the more common amount of tribute you expect to get. Usually you don't expect to get about 70,000 tribute when you correctly do the map. So this is one of the previous clears of a different map that give us 10,000 tribute, and that is the standard amount if you do this correctly. So 10,000 tribute is not bad. There's also a method of what you do if you have 10,000 tribute and what to do when you have 70,000 tribute. So over here we're going to clear the map, get your tribute. And then this comes into a very decisive decision-making point. So I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. I do apologize for skipping everywhere, because it's hard to get the footages and explain to you guys correctly, but I try my best. So let's have a look. What if you don't have 17,000 tribute? And for those of you that haven't played the ritual match, or if you don't know exactly what's happening, let me run you guys with a brief rundown. The more monster you kill, the more tribute you get, and this is why we have pack size. And in terms of the tribute, you can do 2 things. You can buy items outright in the favor shop, or you can reroll into different items, which can cost you tribute to reroll, unless you do it correctly, that costs 0. You usually don't have many rerolls, like 1 or 2 rerolls, but with our method, you're looking at 6 to 8 free rerolls. Finally, the item you have deferred, you can choose to defer item. That means you pay a small fee that reduces the cost of this item for the next time it appears. This have a chance of appearing next time, and then this item is kept for the next time. So if you see a really rare item, which I'll show you guys very soon, like headhunters, you can delay the cost, reduce the cost, and keep deferring until it costs so little you can buy it outright. But sometimes you don't have the 10,000 tribute to buy something. But with this method, you can pretty much buy anything, any good item you see outright. So once you have deferred the item, you appear to have a gold frame. And this means you will keep coming back to your shop with a certain chance. Now, better if I come over here to the written guide. So up to this point now, quite important to understand buying items outright. So once you have, say, a golden frame, this means this item will be deferred and it won't disappear and doesn't need to be deferred again until you want to defer it again to reduce its cost. We didn't get to show you guys, but the item might come with a red frame. Red frame is a deferred item that is about to be disappearing. So you should prioritize on those items first, and this item must be bought on this particular shop before it rerolls or resets, or you must defer this item, or this item will disappear, so you won't come back again. So to summarize, for items you want that you can't afford, you defer them. And because we have reduced defer costs and also reduced reroll costs, you can do this a lot of times, which I'll show you guys over here. This is what my friend does. So once you come over to the ritual shop, you can see there's all the golden items he's been deferring. Deferring will have additional costs, but as I'm going to explain to you guys, it's actually very worth it to defer those items. So just pause this for a little bit. So here he's reducing the item cost in the future by 248, and here the deferral fee is 0 because they have the the tablets and things that reduce deferral cost, and here the deferral cost is actually lower than the discount cost. So that means each time he do this, he's actually making it even cheaper without paying the fees. This is one of the situations you might see. This is why he keep deferring them, because it just lower the cost in general. And once he has deferred them, which I'll skip forward, there's a lot of good items. And what he mentioned is he farmed over 4,000 of those splinters to fight the boss within like a day. It's incredible. So he just keep deferring them. and then he will just go back, and here's this one more to defer, a few items, and he go back to reroll into the next one. Notice that he still have 7,800 of the tribute, and he'll repeat this process. He'll check the items to see if they're good, and then he will repeat the process and keep deferring them until the cost is so low he can buy them outright. Now, it might not always be this case. I'll show you guys another situation. So maybe we skip forward a little bit. Okay. So this is just to show, okay, this is a good situation, I think. So in the first example, we showed you guys that you can keep different items to reduce its cost. And as you keep different items, one of the reasons you are deferring the items, so get some water. One of the reasons we're deferring the item is because, where are we? Okay, there's a lot of writing. I actually wrote quite a bit to explain. So initially it might seem like it is not worth it to defer item. Why is that? Let me show you guys this item that is to be deferred. So this is another defer section. So let's zoom in a little bit. Let's use the example. Can we find a good example? I have quite a bit of footage, so I want to find the best example for you guys. Okay, this is a good example. For this Omen of Chaotic offering, he could buy this one outright, or he could defer it. Now, if you look at this one, because this is a different map, this time the total defer cost is higher than the discount. So that means actually he's paying a percentage of fee. So you might be wondering, hey, why would I pay a percentage of fee when I can just buy the item outright? Well, the idea of deferring item is that you're accumulating the tribute you earn on this run into the future runs. So it's hard to carry tribute to the next map, but defer allows you to pretty much carry the tribute onto the next map. So accumulation of tribute is done through deferment. And this means the next time this item, the Omen of Chaotic Quantity, appears in the shop, you will have 68 permanent cost reduction. The fee is only 8, which add up to 76. So if we come over to the written guide over here, and what that means is initially it might seem that deferring is costing you more, but because this allows you to pretty much indefinitely defer items until it costs pretty much nothing or minimum, then it can be purchased outright. This allows you to accumulate the tribute from the current runs into the future runs. I use another example over here. You pay 7 additional tribute fee, but the future cost of this item is deferred or reduced by 58. And this is for all the future runs whenever these items appear. And this is especially powerful if you combine this one with the free rerolls. So we're gonna defer them. And once those are deferred, and you see he hit confirm over here, and then he's gonna hit free reroll. And the item comes back again, and he can keep repeating this. So he's pretty much accumulating the tribute for the future. And you can see this another item over here. And he can just keep deferring them, and then the price keep reducing, and they can keep re-rolling for free. Now, let's come over here. Let's see. I think the understanding of deferment is pretty nice, and I do have the whole replay to show you guys what he was doing. So with a zero cost of 6 rerolls, it is very powerful. Other times you can buy it outright. So this time what I showed you guys over here is that you keep deferring, you delay the cost, and then you keep moving forward for the future rounds, so the cost is carried, your tributes are kind of carried to the next round, and things gets much cheaper. But what happens when you actually have a huge run? So let me show you guys over here. The second situation is when you hit a huge round like this one, and my friend actually hits over 17,000 tribute, and he has been deferring in the past. And then he can come over to the shop and buy out all the items he's been deferring in the previous 10 maps pretty much. So notice over here, instead of deferring them, he's just buying them outright. Because the goal of deferment is so that the lower tribute cost is accumulated to the next map. But eventually you do want to buy them once you have enough tribute. So this way, this doesn't keep getting deferred. And once you defer to the minimum level, you can't defer anymore to reduce cost. You can just buy them out because they cost very minimal. And once you hit a big run like this 17,000 tribute, you can just buy all the items outright. Look at that. So all the good items that he's been storing, all the omens, rituals, and all the splinters, all the items that's over there, he's gonna buy them. And then he can free reroll 8 times. and he just keep doing this. So he's doing this a little slower to show me the stuff, but you can see he's showing me what's happening, and then he's gonna reroll, and he's gonna defer them, and he's gonna reroll, defer them, and reroll. Just repeats. And he does this much faster if he wasn't telling me what to do. He was like, he probably done this by like within 30 seconds or a minute, and this repeats. And this allows him to spend his 17,000 tribute in searching of some really good item. Sometimes, you know, sometimes divine orbs, sometimes even like uber uniques, which I'll show you guys very soon. And this is the focus of the method. So if you don't have a lot of tribute, you defer them to reduce cost. If you have a lot of tribute, you can buy them outright. And it is powerful, right? It's so cool that you can keep doing this one for massive future cost reduction. Of course, the written guide is available for you guys to have a look. And yes, I do apologize for taking a little longer to explain, because it's a little harder to get your head around, but once you do, you understand these key mechanics, it makes Ritual much easier to farm and very profitable. So, before we finish, there's a lot of additional tips and also bugs to avoid in terms of farming Rituals. My friend Roy have noticed something similar to this Reddit post that I did see as well. So there's also a player saying that you don't want to pick area is overrun by Abyssal with a desecrated waystone modifier. So what that means is, this is actually a little buggy, so you gotta be careful with Rituals. So you want to avoid areas overrun with Abyssal node on the keystones or on the map. So I'll show you guys what I mean by on the map. So if I come over to my map is not juiced up. So I'll try to find one that I can. So over here, you can see, this means Abyss. Area is overrun by Abyss. And this is the map you don't want to be juicing up also farming. And similarly to the rating, the post over here, you also don't want to craft the desecrated mod onto the waystones with areas overrun by Abyss. Why is that? Is that Royal and also a lot of people have noticed that rituals are not spawning because the overrun of Abyss actually overtook the ritual spawning point. So he's not getting 4 rituals. The whole plan of this build and also the method is to get 4 rituals, massive earning of tribute, and then buy all the omens and also great items. But if rituals are not spawning, it's bad. So you want to avoid anything that says overrun by Abyss, whether it's a keystone or whether it's a map. And you saw the map over here, which is this green icon. You want to avoid it. It's not good. This is currently a bug, which is bad for us. Now, before I finish, remember we said there's a lot of free rerolls, and you have the free rerolls, and you can count your free rerolls. Sometimes you have like up to 8 free rerolls. So I want to give you guys some of my personal thoughts about how you might use your rituals and also tribute rerolls. Now keep in mind, I'm not an expert in ritual farming. This is just something I thought would be helpful for you guys, but of course you guys might have better ways of doing this. And also keep in mind, the expected cost of those items varies depending on the cost reduction coming from your tablets, your tribute cost reduction, and also your maps, and also atlas cost reduction. It really depends how the map is set up with your towers, but this is a good reference. So what do I mean by that? Let's say if we have a 0 cost reroll, it's good. But how much tribute should you keep for the reroll cost reroll? This is the question. Because why do you want to keep a lot of tribute? Is that sometimes you want to defer a really rare item. Let me show you guys what I mean. So, Headhunters worth 50 divine at the moment in the market. So here's a Reddit post 15 days ago. This player saw the Headhunter. He couldn't defer because he did not have the defer cost tribute. This is very unfortunate, and players have this a lot. If you play Ritual a lot, you're going to see a lot of those rare items. So this is why I say, if you want to kind of do the free rerolls, which is really cool, keep yourself at least over 3,200 of the tribute. So this way, when you roll, if you hit a good item, you have enough to defer it instead of just feeling sad. It's like, oh my gosh, I see a good item that I can't defer it, right? So this is the logic. So notice I kept 3,200 just in case some massive jackpot hits like Headhunter. Similarly, there's the Omen of Dextro, there's Astral Mantis, there is Audience with the King, and also there's Omen of Withering. Finally, there's Mirror of Calendar. There's a lot of good items you can defer, so this is why it's very profitable. So again, the player did not have enough deferment. Now this varies depending on the players and also their maps. This is just a general guide. So this item costs about 1,700 to defer. This item costs 1,700 to defer. And this one, Audience with the King, we probably have a very high deferment. It costs 4,400 to purchase, but I just didn't check the deferment over here. And here he found Omen of Withering, which is like over 1 divine. It costs about 300 to defer. Notice that he have a good setup. That's a lower defer cost. And finally, in terms of mirrors, here we have a Reddit post about mirrors appearing, and let's just have a look at how much mirror costs to defer. It's just a small reference. So mirror costs about 1,800 to defer for this play over here, but I believe it was bugged that he couldn't defer it in this Reddit post. I also found there's a YouTuber with Fusion Gaming who came across a mirror, cost about 3,000 to defer. So as a general rule of thumb, this is my final recommendation. If you're doing the free reroll method, you kind of want to keep yourself 3,000 tribute until you finish all your rerolls, just in case you hit a big one and you don't have enough to defer and you feel terrible. So this is a small bonus for you guys for the guide. So let's summarize everything. Again, a big thank you to Royal, and I spent the whole day today writing this. So if you really like those videos and like those guides, make sure you subscribe to the channel and consider to even become a member to support me financially so I can keep writing the written guides for you guys and also give it my best into making Path of Exile 2 guides and also videos. And if you do have great builds, tips, and also, farming strategies I want to share with the community, feel free to contact me through my Discord. And if we're not friends, you can join my Discord channel and then message me directly. This is how a lot of my friends, even Royal, came to me, and so we can share with the public and help us to build a better community for Path of Exile 2. Finally, if you want to check out my other written guides, that is available in the links below as well. Now, before I finish, I know the video is already pretty long, I want to share this entire footage of everything I just talked about to you guys, so that everything you missed or everything you want to track to see of the highlight of this video is also available. I have muted the audio so that you don't hear us talking and laughing and just talking, and you can see the run took a little longer because my friend was demonstrating to me what is happening. But I want to show you guys everything, the full run and also the method, so you don't miss anything. And finally, if you do have questions, you can leave it under the YouTube videos, and if me and Royal have free time, we'll try to reply and also answer to those questions wherever we can. So again, thank you again for watching, guys. Now hopefully you guys found today's video helpful. Again, a big thank you to everyone on YouTube, especially our supporters and also those of you guys who's been supporting me on Patreon as well. And we do have a new feature on the Majestic YouTube channel. If you click onto this, you can become a member. Yes, I've added this just recently, and this will allow you to have early access to videos that is posted a few hours or even half a day earlier if you want to watch those videos a little early. But yes, this will cost money. So please be aware the membership will cost money. And if you do want to watch videos normally, those videos will still be available after 6 to 12 hours, normally on the time we post those videos. And I'll be aiming to post at least one Path of Exile video a day. And this will be including guides, tips, news update, and also the latest tricks that is discovered on both the English and also Chinese community to keep you guys updated. And if you like those videos, make sure you leave a nice comment and also leave a like for those videos.
Yeah, that's the one we do. 62% increased pack size, see that?
Yeah.
And here we've got 90. So before any effect from the Atlas, we're already at 152. And pack size equals tribute. It's better to have pack size than to scale increased tribute on a precursor. This has got, we'll have a look at the here.
Wow.
311% pack size. Because of the effect. So it was 152 going in.
Yep.
And now we're at 311. What?
I was doing like 150 trade an hour.
Did you play Settlers? You played Settlers, right?
I don't think so.
You didn't play Settlers.
I didn't play Settlers, no.
What did you play? Affliction?
Yes. I played the one with the grave, the zombies, the bodies.
We didn't have Faustus in Affliction. We didn't have Faustus in Affliction.
So I just missed out, that's right. And at that time, I traded 2 mirrors and I made up the last build. That was fine.
You did that manually.
For 2 mirrors in like 2 weeks.
Beast, bro.
Yeah.
What a beast, stabilizer. What a fucking beast.
Like, my peak time was doing 160 trade an hour. I was messaging like 4 or 5 players, have like 1,000. I don't know what I was doing. I was going like hyper mode.
I can't do it.
No, I can't do that anymore.
I hire bot fires, bro, for my mass gambles and shit. Yeah.
I feel like a trading bot.
I get bot fires.
Like a human trading bot. I can't do that anymore. And the build is so good, you don't have to aim.
It's crazy. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at it go. 16k. Yeah, 16k. 17? No way. 17
Oh.
too.
Nice.
I've never seen 17k. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? So yeah, we just buy everything.
So we don't defer them anymore, we just buy them?
We've got 17k, bro. What do we need to defer?
Okay, sure. Quick
And
question.
we've got how many rerolls?
8, is it? Or where do you see the rerolls? I can't see the...
8. It's definitely 8. It's that little number there.
It's hard to see, yeah. Okay, no worries. So
it's using this here.
Oh.
We will get Jelly. Oh, not that. So we want Guilt?
Yep.
Because Guilt gives pack size?
Yep.
So you can desecrate this. I'll get to that later, but I'll just show you the standard way. And we're going to put... So this one is going to replace all modifiers on a waystone with modifiers that grant pack size.
Whoa. Okay.
So our pack size there is 34%. You see that?
Yep. Wow.
77%. See?
Gold.
Yeah. So bang. See?
Yep.
And then if we were to do this, now we lost our thing because that. See what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I see. The order matters definitely. Thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. One of those, and we are going to. First, we're going to hit this with this here. How many mods is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's fine. So now the pack size is 54. See that?
Yep.
And then we're going to desecrate it.
Oh.
And these ones will not.
I put on the thumbnail. I'm joking.
Look at it.
Wow. Look at that.
Does your rituals look like this?
Nope. Let's have a look what happens here.
So we just do this, look.
Oh, so could you explain why you're deferring items? What's happening?
I'm deferring everything.
Yep.
Because I'm just going to re-roll and spam re-roll throughout these maps. And just keep deferring everything till it's basically free. I just keep putting off the payment and it gets cheaper and cheaper each time.
Oh.
You watch. And that, bro, I had 3,010 splinters earlier today from doing this shit.
So each time you defer, it gets cheaper, right?
It gets cheaper. Yes, exactly.
And the reroll is actually...
Yep. So I don't want any of this. So I'm just going to hit this. 4 rerolls, 210 tribute each. Look how much tribute I've got still. Boom. Oh, let's have a look at this stuff. What's this? Good. And now we just go like this. Bro, I had 3,010 splinters earlier. I'd given a heap out.
Wow.
That I farmed all like yesterday and today. 3,010 splinters.
Wow. So once you defer long enough, it becomes 0 cost, is it? That's crazy.
Well, no, I'll show you in a sec because I just hit then. So just. Yeah, these. So these two here, 6 tribute for this Exalt, and 30 tribute for this relic, for this Omen. So I don't want any of this crap, so I just re-roll it again. Okay, that's fun.
That's really cool.
And you're just building up all your wealth, and eventually, like next map probably, I can just buy all of this, the whole lot. Straight up buy it. Maybe even this map. Maybe not.
So it's definitely worth it to keep deferring because the cost reduction is better than actually buying them, right?
Buying it outright, yes, exactly. Because what's going to happen is you're gonna end up buying shitty stuff that you on the first screen that you shouldn't be buying. 28 for 20.
Easy.
What the fuck? So yeah, we just buy everything.
So we don't defer them anymore, we just buy them?
We got 17k, bro. What do we need to defer?
Okay, sure. It was so rich. We fit this one?
We can now. And we've got 8 rerolls costing how much tribute? Have a look at that.
How is it costing 0? Because you reduced it so much, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
With all the effect and everything.
Nice. So, one quick question.
And we've got how many rerolls?
8, is it? Or where do you see the rerolls? I can't see the
8. It's definitely 8. It's that little number there.
It's hard to see. Yeah. Okay, no worries. So, one question. If you didn't buy all the items, the golden item there in the frame, then your reroll will disappear, right? Because you had to keep deferring them.
No, they won't disappear. So that was what I was going to get to. Okay. So say that this one here is sitting here from last time and it's golden. It's good. Nothing's going to happen to it. Okay. So I can refresh and it will just come back as normal. However, it won't go down in price because I haven't deferred it again.
Yep.
If I defer it again, it'll go down in price. Like, see, so hang on. So this here costs 930 to buy straight up. Let's have a look at the defer cost. So deferral fee is 11 tribute. Total deferral cost is 104 because the future discount is 93. So it's going to take 93 off the price of it next time it comes around. It's charging me a fee of 11. And so the total cost of deferring is 104 tribute. You see that?
I see. So the initial cost is higher, but as you keep deferring with each of your rounds, it becomes much, much cheaper.
Exactly.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, the logic flows. And 0 reroll is so good.
What's that, bro? Yeah, 0 reroll cost, right? Nice, right?
Would it ever happens that you see like a huge item like a mirror and you can't defer it? Or they'll be costing too much? No, that would usually...
You kill yourself quietly.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is a... I'll show you next time we reroll.
Yep.
Okay, so if an item is red... Simple crystallization... If an item is red bordered, that means you have to defer it, or it's not going to show up again.
How would it become red? Just because you deferred too many times?
It just means that it's popped back so many times, and you haven't either deferred it or bought it. You've just ignored it.
Okay. It's like...
Do you get what I mean?
Last chance.
Yeah. So that's how it's working.
I see.
See, nothing's red here. That's still good. That's still going to pop back. Nothing's red. I don't have to defer anything. I don't want any of this shit, really. I want that.
How much are those omens for chaotic thing cost? Do we know?
I think they're pretty expensive. They're like 2 Exalt or something.
Yeah,
maybe 3 Exalt.
I assume people use it a lot.
No, they're not cheap. They're a few Exalt.
Yep.
Nothing's red. So you get what I mean when I say nothing's red, eh?
Yep. So if it's red, you have to defer it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get something to go red so I can show.
Project unique. They should.
Yeah, you probably don't want to mention. It's just what I did. You know what I mean?
I guess it's
like cool I just did that. Like it's not part of the strat.
Yeah, it's cool to talk about.
That's a totally different strat. So that strat is you could talk about it all actually at once. But that strat is to look for these maps here.
I actually talk about that in my last video too. I kind of hit the because I was like, people can farm deadly bosses, like you told me, guarantee Lenny's gems, and I'm not sure if people listen, but so one thing is you want to
and you can also farm castaways and sell them.
Oh yeah, can you show me the castaways?
While you're doing the jumping around?
Yep.
So I'm doing all of these things all at once. I'm not just focusing on ritual while I'm jumping around. I'm jumping around looking for jade isles, looking for places like this with these 3 towers, like where I can stack lots of lots of rolls over one tower. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now the
And then, so sometimes when they're close together like this too, what I do is I might choose to put like +1 here, +1 here, and use the outer towers to like encircle it and to play all this stuff as well. So I'm trying to make the most of it. You know what I mean? So these little maps in here, they might not have the omen chance. You know what I mean? They don't have the omen chance in it, but all these outer ones get the omen chance. Then you know what I mean?
Yep.
See? So they're all picking up the omen chance ones, and they're getting all the other juicy stuff from all in the middle. So you sacrifice this little bit in the middle, but then you're picking up all these surrounding towers around them, and all these nodes suddenly become valuable.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
Does that make sense?
That makes
So instead
sense.
of being greedy and just taking the 3 towers, look at a bigger area.
Yep.
And see that the towers encircling can actually, and I haven't even come here yet. Well, I'm going to, and there's going to be towers, and they can actually be controlled by this. But if these were further apart, then I would probably play them just as 3 towers. Like, oh, look at this. This is going to be nice too, right here. There's 1, 2, 3. See these 3?
Yep.
Yep.
That's a really cool idea, because I think most people would be like me, like just go with the 3 towers.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm just leading you. That's As you can see, I'm pretty deep into it.
Yeah, for sure. Next level. Okay, I think that's everything I want to ask for now.
That's everything you need?
Yeah, I might jump by with some questions as I make the video, but for now I have the recording. I'll go back.
Yeah, just hit me up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Thank you for teaching me.
No worries, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's all right.
I plan to make a written guide on this. Of course, I'll give you credits. I plan to make a written guide.
What's that, brother?
I plan to make a written guide.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about that. I would be keen to help you with a written guide. Because I just felt like the Timeless Jewel written guide you did was more orientated towards trading.
Yeah,
where it could have been more orientated to what that actually does and what the potential for it is in builds. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
And because the trading thing becomes so out of date so fast when the market catches up with, because you were sort of ahead of the market with the rods and the.
That's my feedback.
Because we all were. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yours.
Here.
Wow.
311% pack size. Because of the effect. So it was 152 going in.
Yep.
And now we're at 311.
I guess in terms of income, how much can players expect if they follow this method?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I haven't been doing it long enough to tell you. I've done heaps today and a little bit yesterday, but I haven't been doing it long enough. I just sort of come along it.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I wouldn't know. I don't know dibs per hour. It's a lot though.
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot more than you're going to be picking up off the ground.
For
sure. And you're picking up off the ground at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, perfect shooter. That's a good sound.
Been making mine ritual most of the time.
Yeah. Omens are worth so much.
Yeah, omens are crazy this season. Especially Omen of Light.
Crafting is so good. Crafting's so good, right? Like
it did so well with the crafting. Like people are just diving into crafting now. Like,
oh, I'm loving it, bro.
Yeah, this is such a good change. Like even if I don't do crafting, I'm flipping them. I still like it. Because in the past I was just flipping perfect jewelers that keep crashing.
Yeah, you're gonna start crafting.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely get into crafting. Gonna build up my wealth and live on the interest. That's my plan.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be funding our Mirrorcraft.
Yeah, of course.
In the first week of next POE. No, I'm joking.
POE, why I'm too new.
No, you're still good at trading.
Oh yeah.
Same principles.
Is that the same?
I've seen you make heaps of money in POE 1. What are you talking about?
Oh, but that was like a trading bot. You know what I was doing in POE 1? So I made 2 mirrors.
I know what you were doing.
I was buying cards and selling them.
Our first ritual, we got 1,800.
Oh, nice.
1,800 tribute on our first.
So POE 1 also have this exchange system now, right? The exchange NPC.
Well, What's that, bro?
The POE
Yeah.
1 exchange.
Yeah,
Oh, I never used it.
Yeah.
I think I never used it.
We've got it.
Nice. Now give
It's
POE 1
privileged.
a try next time
His
too.
name's Faustus in POE 1, remember?
Yeah,
Faustus.
Nice.
You were trading with him.
I don't think I traded in POE 1. I just did manual trading. Could you imagine that?
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it was so
Were you?
tedious and slow. I got
Were
burned
you
out
just
after.
manual flipping the whole
Yeah,
time?
yeah.
Wow.
That was so silly.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
What?
I was doing like
Have
150
you not
trade
played
an
with
hour.
Faust? Did you play Settlers? You played Settlers, right?
I don't think so.
You did
No,
play Settlers.
I didn't play Settlers. No.
What did you play? Affliction.
Yes. I played the one with
Oh.
the grave, you know, the zombies, the bodies.
We didn't have Faustus in Affliction. We didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Faustus in Affliction.
So I
that's
just
why
missed out. That's right. And
Okay,
at that time,
that
I
makes
traded
sense.
2 mirrors and I made up the last build. That was fine.
You did that manually. You
Yeah, for 2
motherfucker.
mirrors in
You're
like
such
2
a
weeks.
Beast, bro.
Yeah.
What a beast stabilizer. What a fucking beast.
Yeah, that's great.
Like my peak time was doing 160 trade an hour. I was messaging like 4 or 5 players, have like thousands. Like, I don't know what I was doing. I was going like hyper mode.
I can't do it, eh?
No, I can't do that anymore.
I hire bot buyers, bro, for my mass gambles and shit.
Yeah. I feel like a trading
I
bot,
get bot buyers.
like a human trading bot. I can't do that anymore. But that was the first time ever I made mirrors in POE 1, so that was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I was
Oh,
buying.
it is good, right? It is
Yeah,
good
yeah,
when you make
such a good
mirrors in
feeling,
POE
yeah.
1. There's nothing like it. It's such a good
Yeah.
feeling.
I even tried some
Oh, shit.
gambling too, but no luck.
Fucking hell, I'll just destroy the whole screen, bro.
This build compared to my one is like a potato build.
Look at this.
Looking good. Oh yeah. Did you see that I want to make a headhunter build for the summoner? I want to give it a try. Won't be as good, but
It's not going to be good, bro, because the buffs you get don't apply to your minions, the damage buffs, so the Headhunt is really going to be bad for your spirit.
just the auras, would that be good?
I don't think so, bro. They're not consistent enough for what you're thinking. Like, some of them are going to be good for you,
True.
but I don't know if it's going to be as good as the spirit you're going to lose by doing.
Yeah, I lose 26% spirit resolution, but I'm at the point that having 2 or 3 more summons doesn't change much, I feel.
But neither is Headhunter stack, because
Yeah.
they're not going to add anything in damage-wise to your build. They're not going to add
Survivability,
much
though,
tankiness
maybe.
to you. Well, they do add a little bit of tankiness to you.
Yep.
There's definitely that.
Yep.
Look at this, bro. I'm 3 of 4. I'm at 11,500 tribute.
That's crazy.
I'm
This
3 of 4.
pack
I'm
size
still
is
going to
crazy.
do the last one. This
Yeah.
last one's the most. Look. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Look at this shit. What the fuck?
The pack size is crazy. It's a good clickbait. I'll be like, 300 pack size. Check this out. This is how you do it.
Oh, you've never seen tribute like this. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
No
that
one's
was-
seen tribute like this in PoE 2. Look at it.
And the build is so good. You don't have to
It's
aim.
crazy. Look at that. Look at that shit. Look at it go. 16k? Yeah, 16k. 17? No way. 17k.
Nice.
I've never seen 17k. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
What the fuck? So yeah, we just buy everything.
So we don't defer them anymore, we just buy them?
We got 17k, bro. What do we need to defer?
Okay, true. We're so rich. We fit this one?
We can now. And we've got 8 rerolls costing how much tribute? Have a
How
look
is,
at that.
how is it costing 0? Because you reduced it so much, right?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
With all the effect and everything.
Nice. So, one quick
And
question.
we've got how many rerolls?
8, is it? Or where do you see the rerolls? I can't see the...
8. It's definitely 8. It's that little number there.
It's hard to see. Yeah. Okay, no worries. So, one question. If you didn't buy all the items, the golden item there in the frame, then your reroll will disappear, right? Because you had to keep deferring them.
No, that won't disappear. So that was what I was going to get to.
Okay.
So say that this one here is sitting here from last time and it's golden. It's good. Nothing's going to happen to it. Okay? So I can refresh and it will just come back as normal. However, it won't go down in price because I haven't deferred it again.
Yep.
If I defer it again, it'll go down in price. Like, see, so hang on. So this here costs 930 to buy straight up. Let's have a look at the defer cost. So deferral fee is 11 tribute. Total deferral cost is 104 because the future discount is 93. So it's going to take 93 off the price of it next time it comes around. It's charging me a fee of 11. And so the total cost of deferring that is 104 tribute. You see that?
I see. So the initial cost is higher, but as you keep deferring with each of your rounds, it becomes much, much cheaper.
Exactly.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah, the logic flows. Zero reroll, so good.
What's that, bro? Yeah, zero
reroll
cost, right? Nice, right?
Would it ever happen that you see like a huge item like a mirror and you can't defer it? Or they'll be costing too much? No, that would usually...
You kill yourself quietly.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is a... I'll show you next time we reroll.
Yep.
Boom. Okay, so if an item is red... Simple crystallization. If an item is red bordered, that means you have to defer it, or it's not going to show up again.
How would it become red? Just because you defer too many times?
It just means that it's popped back so many times, and you haven't either deferred it or bought it. You've just ignored it.
Okay. It's like...
Do you get what I mean?
Last chance.
Yeah. So that's how it's working.
I see.
See, nothing's red here. That's still good. That's still going to pop back. Nothing's red. I don't have to defer anything. I don't want any of this shit, really. I want that.
How much are those omens for chaotic thing cost? Do we know?
I think they're pretty expensive. They're like 2 Exalt or something.
Yeah,
maybe 3 Exalt.
I assume people use it a lot.
No, they're not cheap. They're a few Exalt.
Yep.
Nothing's red. So you get what I mean when I say nothing's red, eh?
Yep. So if it's red, you have to defer it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm trying to get something to go red so I can show you. That's why I'm not like deferring some.
Yep. It's not red.
No reds.
Do they also sell the key for... Oh, actually, it's not the key, it's the shard for the boss, right? Yeah, that's right, it's the shard.
All these things.
Yeah, the shard.
154 from this map.
Yeah.
That's a whole boss from this map.
Yep. I keep thinking they're like shards, but they're not frags, they're just splinters.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are we going to buy here? That chaotic quantity pack size, we'll take that. We'll take the amelioration, and then we'll close it up.
Nice.
Oh, that's right, I can't pick that up. Okay, I'm going to finish this map now.
Yep. Are you running the unique amulet, or are you going just rare amulet?
I've got the unique amulet.
Oh, yeah.
Defiance, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm glad you told me about the amulet.
Well, I'm running, if you run mods like this, you're not running like, if I'm running a boss, I run my rare amulet. If I'm killing a boss or something. But if I'm running a map like this, there's no revives. Die, it's the map's gone. Your whole ritual's gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god,
what happened?
You see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Game's still in beta. Oh, you can roll like that?
Yeah.
I was
You
dragging.
know that?
No, I was dragging items on top of it.
Oh, bro.
Now, before you finish, if you guys haven't subscribed, this is a really good time to do so because I'll be looking into the latest Path of Exile 2 news on different communities and also on the official forum, official webpage. I'll also be looking into the best build for each of the class as the meta develops with the Chinese and also the English community. So stay tuned for the latest update and also guides for Path of Exile 2. And of course, this is gonna be a big month for us. And I'll try to bring you guys all of the latest content and also guides for Path of Exile 2 to come.